Okay. Are we on? Are we on? Are we on, John?
This don't work. It's gonna get real. Don't work, man. It gotta work just for one. War finally be up with. Yeah, but if it ain't, I said we just get ready to die. We ain't ready to die today.
Yep, we are most definitely not ready to die today. Hopefully, we can progress and we can live life, not let life live us. Most definitely, that's the main thing. That is the biggest purpose to control our own narrative, to be in charge of our own ideas, to actually um, succeed in whatever we want to do in life. And sometimes, we do have to take a loss in some things. We do have to lose to win, most definitely. But that's life, right? That is most definitely life, y'all. Markout Mondays, every Monday, where we talk a little bit about wrestling. I'm a huge not a huge wrestling. I love wrestling, but let's just say I can't necessarily purchase a bunch of wrestling things. I can't, you know, I can watch it, I can support it and shit like that, but I can't really go to every single show. There's a lot of things that sometimes you just can't do in life. Um, but you can still support them in a way, just like kind of like I'm doing right now, where I pretty much shout out other people. And of course, yes, eventually I'm like, hey, listen to me, listen to Ariane podcast. Get ready for some music for myself. I have 20 years of unwritten songs and new shit. Like I don't even write anymore. But either way, a podcaster is not just who I am. You know, I've always loved music. I've always wanted to create music. Never actually did, of course. But when I do get the opportunity, when I find the right person that is willing to, put me, let's say, not necessarily under their wing, but show boys some love, unless I start to just create every single thing on my own. But I don't know how to make beats. I don't know how to do a lot of things. I can get in a booth. This isn't necessarily a booth or a studio, but yes, we are here with the live studio audience. Give yourself a round of applause. Yes, most definitely. Are we on? Are we on? Johnny, are we okay? Are we okay, Johnny? Live studio audience, give yourself a round of applause. Yes. And this is, of course, boom at noon. This is season 3, episode 24. Season 3, episode 24. Ariane podcast. The sun sets on the west. Turn up the tone because I want to most definitely turn up the tone and let people in the city of San Antonio know that I do care. I do give a damn. I do give a fuck. Because it's important that we show love to other people. That way they know that they are not alone. Cool beans. Michael Jackson said it best. Yep.
This don't work. It's gonna get real. Don't work, man. It gotta work just for one. War finally be up with. Yeah, but if it ain't, I said we just get ready to die. We ain't ready to die
Ooh. Damn, hemp. So I smoke hemp, right? Because pot is not an option. But Mondays, Mondays. Some people hate Mondays. Some the case of the Mondays. and whatever else may occur on a Monday. You know, it's beginning of the week. We're supposed to get ready. This is supposed to Monday is supposed to like set the mood, if you will. And I want to set the mood for you, most definitely. So turn the lights down low, baby, and get ready now. Get ready for Ari on podcast. Now, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I love wrestling. And recently, Mr. Vince McMahon, chairman, La Mero Mero, retired at the age of 77. And his daughter and I guess one of the guys that was already kind of up there, a Khan, not Tony Khan, not the guy that owns AEW Khan, but they're spelled the same way. I don't know if they're related. Anyways, so Stephanie McMahon in charge of WWE, ultimately in charge of NXT as well. So that's cool. Also on the day when that was announced, supposedly Brock Lesnar was set to appear, and he stormed off out of the arena apparently. But then on that episode, he did show up, so that could have been a work, or maybe they could have worked out whatever differences they had, stating that Brock Lesnar was mad, and he said, "If Vince is gone, I'm gone." You know, that's of course, just what was said. Don't know if that was true or not. It doesn't really matter. They can use it as a storyline. So yeah, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, time to play the game. He was announced to be head of creative and some other things. I don't really see too much, but I know head of creative, which is really, really important because you have to have creative. You got to know what you're doing. It's pretty much the storylines, in charge of the storylines. What goes, what gets thrown out the window. So there's a lot of scenarios that could happen now in WWE. Vince McMahon can always use his retirement as a work as well. Hopefully he gets whatever taken care of with his allegations and this and that and whatever else. And apparently now he's back in the news again, Vince McMahon, for something with his write-offs and stuff like that. So it expensed to a good amount of money, I believe over $14 million since 06, I believe, or something like that. So that's pretty crazy. WWE is staying in the news. So that's good. It's bad. AEW, Ring of Honor, they did have a show which was I don't even remember the name of the Dishonor or something. Dad, I don't even remember the name of the pay-per-view. I didn't watch it live. I just, of course, watched some of the highlights and stuff like that. The match card, I pretty much knew it was going to be what it was. And yeah, it was pretty. It seemed all right storyline wise. Tony Khan, I don't really know what's going to happen with AEW. Some people are probably more interested in watching WWE right now, mainly because of the whole Vince McMahon retiring and this and that. But still, those are mainly the two wrestlings that I watch. I wish I could support San Antonio wrestling a little more, but I just haven't. But yeah, River City Wrestling, that's a real good one. So Brandon Oliver. Yeah, Brandon. And yeah, I'm excited because Talk and Listening, my favorite podcast, they are going to be coming back from their summer break. Like, it's cool to be able to have a summer break. Hell, me, I'm that little podcast where I have to give you 1 or 2 episodes a day, to pay catch up when it comes to audience, when it plays catch up. What did the tomato say to the other tomato? Catch up. When it comes to catching up as a name, Arion podcast, I want to get people to know it. I want to get more people to say, oh, as soon as they hear Arion, they think of the podcast, they think of this, they think of one of the best damn podcasts in the city of San Antonio. You better believe it. Yes, it is I, Billy on the board, and you are now watching Boom at Noon with Big Sam Hurd. Are we on? Are we on, John? And that's for real. Real spill, Billy. So I do appreciate you, Billy on the board. SATG, the Uncrowned King, coming soon. That gentleman, he is a hands full actually. You're gonna have to put out both hands to deal with this motherfucker, if you know what I mean. Because yeah, he is definitely one of those type of cats that likes to show up and show out. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. This is that podcast where I ask one question. Are we on? Are we on, John? So, of course, family, friends, family, boneheads, bitches, bitch-ass hoes, hoe-ass bitches, and bitch-ass niggas, because, yes, Stephen and Milk can be a bitch, too. But Shelby, baby, Michaela, mommy, it is I, Billy on the board with Arion Podcast. You are now tuning in to Boom at Noon. This is Markout Monday. Even though right now in the back of video, we are playing some Bone Thugs and Harmony, we have not got to this song right now, mainly because I do not own the rights to this music, but I do very much support it. Yes, indeed. Just announced City of San Antonio Aztec Theater, September 28th, downtown. This is where I'll be crowned king. Nah, play. I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. September 28th, I will, of course, be there, and it's going to be fun. Even though they may play and have the same type of set list when it comes to music, I don't care. I go there because it's support, it's love, and mainly I need to get a hold of them and see, hey, man, you got to come through Arion Podcast live in the Bound Zone with Big Sam Hurd, because the reason why I do this podcast and have this podcast is because one day I do want to interview Bone Thugs and Harmony, whether 1 member, 2 members, 3 members, 4 members, 5. It doesn't really matter, because it's either way going to be live, and it's going to be one of those where I'm going to most definitely be shaking in my boots, because I get nervous, I get starstruck with any of my special co-hosts, my special guests. Even when my mother is in that chair, even when Shelby or Michaela are in these chairs, because we're live. It's improv. I don't have anything written down on what we're going to talk about. Although in my mind, I do got a little whatever we're going to hit points, if you call it points. Yes, let's make sure and check in those points. Like the points is Markout Mondays, Monday Night Raw tonight, of course, and also some stuff on YouTube. I think AEW Dark Elevation or some shit like that. But either way, they got some shit on YouTube today. Monday, they got some stuff on USA, WWE, which is the NXT. And then, of course, AEW has some other shit on YouTube on Tuesday. It's just a bunch of fucking mid-card jobbers fighting back and forth. Not much storylines. Kind of sometimes they do have promos and stuff like that on that YouTube channel, but YouTube show. But still, Wednesday, that's gonna be Dynamite. I believe that. I don't know if that's gonna be a fight for the Fallen, but it should be interesting. Daniel Bryan is gonna make his. Well, excuse me. Bryan Danielson is gonna make his return, and he's gonna fight Garcia. I think he's gonna fight Daniel Garcia. So yeah. Anyways, whoever he fights is gonna job, so it doesn't really matter his name, because at the end of the day, it's all about insert word. It doesn't matter what these artists say, unless their influence that they've influenced you. Um, but still, some of these people, I do like some artists here in the city of San Antonio. Most definitely, I do. But myself personally, as an artist, let's listen to a little bit of this Chris Garcia, man. I do support this gentleman right here. This is my bar, baby. I do not know the rest of this music, but I do very much support it. One time.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, look, I stepped in the door smelling like a pound of dro, and I don't even smoke. I was busting down the pole. Keep that on the low, baby. Keep that on the low.
All right, just a little bit, because, um, of course, I do not own the rights to any of this music. All rights reserved to that artist. If you create the music, I'm simply using this for entertainment purposes. Yes, most definitely. September 28th, Bone Thugs and Harmony, they're going to be in the city of San Antonio. They're going to be holding a concert event at the Aztec Theater. Of course, opening acts probably not announced yet. Tickets go on sale in about 2 days or so, like that, something like that. Pre-sale. On the bill, it doesn't look like Busy Bone is going to be on it. So, of course, it's just going to be the four members: Lazy, Crazy, Wish, and Flesh. Flesh, yes, and Flesh. Fifth Dog Let Loose, most definitely. So yeah, I volunteer my services to sing Busy Bones parts. That way we don't have to cut the song, because sometimes when you cut the song, it kind of fucks up that whole mood that you got going in the crowd. But maybe you don't give a shit. Maybe you're like, hey, fuck it. You motherfuckers already paid for this motherfucker. I'm going to be able to do whatever fuck we want. We're going to play the same fucking music that we fucking always give you. We ain't going to give you no new shit in our concert. But I hope they do. I hope Crazy Bone sees this, Lazy Bone, any Bone Thugs and Harmony affiliate, and let them know. Steve Anthony Monreal TL, live in the Bone Zone with Big Sam Heard, would like a little something different when it comes to that set list. We see them every year. It's like somewhat tradition to go to a Bone Thugs and Harmony show, whether it's this lineup, that lineup, one members, whatever the case may be. We try to support them as much as we can. Sometimes we can't attend all the shows, especially like some of the solo shows. We can't always attend those, but when we try to, we most definitely have fun. I always wear my Bone Thugs and Harmony vest because I gotta support that brand. And yeah, I do have in my name on Facebook TL at the end of my name. Of course, I'm Steve Anthony Monreal. That's where we get Sam. For you people that are a little slow and don't know why I go by Big Sam Heard. Sam, my initials, and Heard in a restaurant. When you cooks are calling your for you to come pick up your food, you holler heard. So like just understandment that you heard what Have you heard of Orion podcast? Probably not. But still, when you do hear of this podcast, get comfortable, relax your feet. You deserve it. You had a long weekend. It's Monday. You're gonna have a long week. Enjoy Boom at Noon. Enjoy Markout Monday, because we're gonna definitely mark out. We always mark out. It's about showing love. It's not necessarily like marking out like, oh my God, like groupie status type shit. But as a fan and as a listener of a group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, they most definitely have a big influence to my life. And it's not just about their music, it's the whole lifestyle. You look at the the way, let's say they dress, the sound, you always think of something rugged. You always think of something that may have got your hands in the dirt type stuff. And growing up, we do see that we change. We change as a person. We change because our surroundings change. So we got to adapt to what's around us. And some things probably don't work. So yeah, some things probably don't work. All right. So we are going to just live life, love life, and we are not going to let life live us because it's a long road. It's a long road. And we're going to probably run out of gas. But as long as my feet don't fall off, I will be there. All right. So SATG, the uncrowned king, y'all get ready for him. He is on the way soon, working on that EP. Big Sam Heard, baby. That is I, of course. Billy on the board. Yes, Arion, John. Billy on the board. We got Too Cool, So Smooth. And he's just too cool to be on this podcast. So that's that. You know, we did obtain all of our rights back from Tuku Sir Smooth. He likes to be called Tuku Sir Smooth now. For those people that are wondering why I'm calling Sir Smooth too cool. Sir Smooth, it's because he's a cool ass pimp. That's why. He's a preaching pimp. So crowded here, it's so crowded, so crowded, so crowded. Of course, that is a little bit of so crowded. I don't own the rights to this music, but I do very much support it. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Much love to those gentlemen. The Bone Zone. The Bone Zone. The Bone Zone is a place where we record these podcasts, where we host these videos on YouTube, on Facebook. Not really too much on TikTok and other video platforms or whatnot. But in radio world, we are out there. There's a few platforms. All you got to do is type in Arion Podcast. We should pop up. And yeah, we should pop up. If not, Google Big Sam Heard. That fucking pops up. All right. So Arion Podcast, much love. This is season 3, episode 24. Boom at noon. And Markout Mondays. Here we go. Much love to those people that show me support. Shout out to, of course, Corey Cad. Snap back. He's going to be having a fight at the Shrine Auditorium August 6th. First bell is at 7:30. So y'all got to make sure that y'all go through, show them support. Hopefully we can make that show. If not, we're going to continue to show that gentleman some love. After party as well. That's going to be at a dive bar over on Babcock Road. So y'all got to show some love with that. There's a post-fight and birthday celebration. So much love to you, my good sir, Mr. Corey Cat, for a bunch of those local artists, that we are all supposed to believe that we are the best. We are all supposed to most definitely believe that we are the best. We are all supposed to most definitely believe we are the best. Performance-wise, I have to deliver. Performance-wise, you have to deliver. So there's a bunch of aspects on things when it comes to actually being just more than a rapper. You're an artist. You're somebody that really, really can be a part of an industry and really, push forward to help other people progress in whatever dreams they have, and it sucks when you see some bigger artists not support smaller artists because when they were smaller artists, who supported them? Those bigger artists that put them on, that really, really gave them some love and be like, man, this my boy right here. Y'all should listen to this guy right here. Y'all should fuck with this person. You should really ride with this guy. This, that, or the other. Your closest friends sometimes aren't always going to be your biggest fan. Your family, not always going to be your biggest fan, but it's okay. It's those strangers out there on the other side of the world that are going to be my biggest fans. And those are going to be the people that I really have to show love to, that we could get a passport and go, hell, now we need a passport to fucking go to Mexico. So it sucks, but we have to do what we have to do here in the house first. We have to do whatever we can do to keep, of course, Arion Podcast afloat, to make sure that, we don't cancel the podcast and I move on to a different venture and not even pursue an already 20-year-old, 20 plus, um, worth of material when it comes to music. And now I don't even use any of that music. Probably like only two, three songs, um, only because there's so much. And it's like, hey, when's the right time? People always say, trust the process, trust the process. We're most definitely going to trust the process. So when this gentleman, he goes by the name of SATG, the Uncrowned King, um, is here live in the Bone Zone. You most definitely know he is an artist that I've been following for a while. I've been following him for a while. He is a nice cat, a fine fellow, if you will. Yes, he's one that nice delivery, somewhat of a nice delivery. Kind of like a Tony Parker you know, pick and roll, and then straight to the rim, bam, or a nice smooth off the bank, Tim Duncan, or something a little wild, you know, something a little wild, with my left, like Manu Ginobili. Interpret that however you want to interpret that. Interpret that however you need to interpret that. Because yes, sometimes we have to be a little subliminal for some people because they say this, they say that, but don't really understand what we're doing here, why we're doing it, and it's all because of the artist. It's all because of that business owner. It's all because of that other podcaster. It's all because of that actor, that anybody that is somebody, you know, is going to stop by this podcast and it's going to be a bunch more fun. Not that we already haven't had fun and the past season 2, with artists like Verso and Double, and of course this guy Organic, and you know, it's a lot of names. Sometimes maybe these gentlemen may not want me to mention their name a bunch of times, but I do because it's all love. All right. So at the end of the day, for all those people that have been either on Live in the Bone Zone with Big Sam Heard or are we on podcast, I show them love most definitely. And hopefully maybe one day we can get a bunch of more future artists that I do support right now. Here, are we on podcast? Of course, I'll turn it down when it comes to how much I actually talk to myself. But hell, what else am I doing? I got a camera. There's no people watching. I'm obviously talking to myself, but it's to entertain you in a way where maybe you laugh. Maybe there's something that helps you get through the day. Maybe it's something that makes you cry, or whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. All I know is that I'm giving you some shit that's live and that's for real, for real. So yeah, with that said, live in the Bone Zone, I love what I do, sitting down in this chair, but standing up in front of a microphone like this, and let's say a studio where I'll be able to well, this gentleman SATG, the Uncrowned King, will be able to showcase himself with music. But I love it. I love music. I love the creation. I love the art. And it's going to be a bunch of fun, yo. Shout out to A and B Easy, yo. Yeah, shout out to that gentleman. I'm going to hit you with a little bit of for real, for real.
For real. It's looking like it's
I don't know the rights to his music. They did have a nice concert out there on Friday over off of Broadway. I wish I could have attended that, but Lil Yoda was there, Black Mexico. Those are a few artists that I do. Lil Yoda, he's a nice cat. That's from some love too. He just started up his own little his own t-shirt company. His own brand, a t-shirt company. So that's really really cool, man. I like to see that. He do got some new little Yoda slippers. Shit, I like to put some of them on my feet, most definitely. That's for
I
real,
see
for
some
real.
for real. Red less feeling on my face. I'ma get you to believe. Wanna fuck it on your face. Wanna see you for real. I've been counting money all day, all day. Hey, work that ass. Let me see you work that ass. Work that ass. Let me see you work that ass. Work that ass. Let me see you work that ass. Work that ass. Work that ass, work that ass, work that ass, work that ass. What's on the channel for today? I do not know, but I know one is the motor. That's why I stayed in that crack as a real till I see the sun in the motor.
That's a little bit of A and B Easy. That of course is featuring the late great Yanzo the Youngin. Much love to his family. A bunch of family mainly. I miss my family. I miss growing up as a kid. But I know we all have our own lives. We have our own ideas. We have our own beliefs and whatnot. So yeah, it's tough. But at the end of the day, what we gotta do is just really really focus on ourselves. Still be able to know. I'm not saying be selfish, but we do have to worry about our personal health. We do have to worry about our personal well being when it comes to our mental health because it's just fucking important. All right, it's just fucking important. If you're going through any type of depression or suicidal thoughts or anything like that, just get fucking help. All right, let somebody know that you're struggling to deal with life in a way where you want to do something harmful to yourself, or if you want to fucking hurt somebody else just because whatever fucking reason you're going through, ask for help, ask somebody. Hell, I still go through that shit, but not in a way where it's serious and I want to hurt anybody or I want to hurt myself. I just sometimes get that little like, oh, just leave me alone today. That's why we got fuck off Fridays. Fuck off. Fuck off. Where you're kindly telling people to fuck off. That's it. All right. In a way where you know what? Whatever idea you have, whatever belief you have is not going to even register in my head because it's fuck off. Fuck off Friday. But today is Markout Monday. All right. Well, I appreciate those people that did not watch while we were live. When we get uploaded on, of course, whatever listening platforms we're on. Anchor is where we do our uploading. Right now, we, of course, are streaming live on StreamYard. That gives me the ability and the power to stream simultaneously on several different platforms like YouTube, like Facebook. Right now, we are on 2 Facebook pages live. Of course, the Arion podcast page and my Steve Anthony Monreal TL personal page. And then we are also live on YouTube. For those people that do not believe me, go check it out. We are there. Yes, most definitely. This is going to get uploaded out in Radio World. Yes, most definitely. So Radio World, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts, we should be on there. If not, let me know, and we will do our best to get on that platform for you. Yes, most definitely. Because that's what we got to do. All right. This is merely hemp. Yes, that I am smoking. And yeah, chill the fuck out. Mind your fucking business. All right. This is that podcast where we ask one question. Are we on? Are we on? Are we on, John? And hopefully the answer is yes. I said, hopefully the motherfucking answer is yes. Yes. All right. So, mother, I love you, of course, not just today, but every day. Family, friends, family, boneheads, bitches, bitch ass hoes, hoe ass bitches, and bitch ass niggas. Because yes, even the milk can be a bitch too. For Shelby, baby, Michaela, mommy, it is I, Billy on the board with Ariane Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. To Boom at Noon, Markout Mondays. This is season 3, episode 24. Um, Next episode will be the middle of the season. So we got to do something special. We got to have a special guest, a special co-host. Um, if not, fuck it. I'll be my own special co-host. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Much love. Deuce, deuce. Deuce, deuce. Deuce, deuce, apple juice, y'all. Have a blessed day.